Good afternoon. I want to thank everybody who joined us. Ukraine Media Center Ukraine Forum continues its operation today. My name is Olha Otomanova, and it's day 379 of the full-scale invasion of Russian aggressor. During this night, the aggressor inflicted another missile strikes over different regions of our country. And now we will be talking about the situation in Lviv region. Joining us online is the military governor of Lviv region, Maksym Kozytskyy. Good afternoon, Mr. Maksym. Good afternoon, Mr. Maksym. What other consequences? What do we understand for the time being? Is the rescue operation still going on? For the time being, the rescue operation has already ended. The attack started at 4 o'clock in the morning. One of the villages in Zolotchiv district was damaged. The attack was on the residential area. 5 buildings were destroyed. This is the final result of the terrible attack on the absolutely civil installation. And unfortunately, the human lives cannot be brought back. We extend our condolences to all the families and close ones. Mr. Maksym, what about the critical infrastructure? Was there attack on the critical infrastructure? Does everything keep operating? Well, no critical infrastructure facilities were damaged as during this attack. All of our consumers receive heat supply, electric power supply, and water supply to the full extent possible. Mr. Maksym, we understand some of the people were left without their homes. Is the problem with their building being solved? What are the plans? Well, the first plan is to sort out their needs and in cooperation with the territorial community to solve all the problems, to see how we can support them and help them. We understand it was a residential area, and just like usually the terrorist state inflicted the strike on civil population. Yes, that was the night. People were sleeping in their homes. It's just one of the villages of the Zolotchiv district. It's the residential area. No single facilities of critical infrastructure, military infrastructure, or power supply infrastructure, nothing like that over there. Dear colleagues, if you have any questions on the floor, please go ahead. How are you planning to support those affected by this attack? Well, in cooperation with the head of the territorial community, we try to sort out the needs of those who died during this terrible attack, and obviously we will provide all the necessary support, everything that we can do. Mr. Maksym, what is the number of the civil infrastructure facilities that were destroyed during this full-scale invasion in your region? Well, there were strikes on the power infrastructure facilities. The whole streets were suffering. The roofs were destroyed. The windows. Sometimes there were hospitals destroyed. Civil hospitals. There were oncologic medical facility. There were civil installations targeted, such as car repair station, sometimes residential buildings destroyed. But talking about the number of those who died this night, it was 5 people who died this night. Do we know any information about the type of missile which targeted that residential area? Now the investigation is still going on, but judging by the scale of destruction, that was the explosion on the ground. The missile hit the ground. Well, thank you, Mr. Maksym. We extend our condolences to all the families of those who died this night. We hope that the problems with their bulletin will be solved promptly. Thank you for joining our broadcast. I'm reminding you, joining us was Maksym Kozytskyy, the military governor at Lviv region. Our next briefing is at 1500. Joining us will be Oleg Korikov, the active head of Держатомрегулювання, the main inspector on nuclear and radiation safety. We'll talk about the situation in Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, so bear with us, and glory to Ukraine.